Most men never realize the real reason their relationships fall apart. It's not money. It's not looks. It's not bad luck. It's one silent mistake that slowly kills attraction and turns confident men into men women quietly walk away from. Imagine this. You're seeing a woman everyone notices. She's smart, beautiful, and gets attention wherever she goes. You treat her well. You plan dates. You send good morning texts. You give compliments. You show up emotionally. You become exactly what people say a good man should be. And yet something starts changing. Her replies get shorter. Her energy feels colder. The excitement fades. You don't understand what went wrong. Hear what's really happening. She's getting bored. Her attraction is dropping. And you're doing everything you think is right. I'm willing to say what most relationship advice avoids because I've watched too many good men lose women this way. Men who followed mainstream advice perfectly. Be kind, be available, be generous, be supportive. And I watched women leave them for men who gave less. I've spoken to countless men who destroyed their own relationships through over-availability and constant validation seeking. Men who gave everything too fast. Men who tried too hard to prove their worth. They weren't bad men. They were uninformed. So if you believe being the perfect gentleman guarantees desire, this message will challenge that belief. This is about understanding how attraction actually works, so you stop pushing women away with behavior that feels loving, but creates the opposite result. Stay focused. This will change how you see relationships. Here's the truth most men never accept. For a woman to stay attracted, she can never feel completely certain she owns your attention. She must always feel like she's reaching slightly upward. There has to be a small emotional gap. The moment she feels she has fully secured you, her drive begins to shut down. Your constant availability turns from comfort into pressure. Let's talk biology. Women are wired to seek men with higher survival value. This isn't conscious. It's deep evolutionary programming built over thousands of years. In ancient times, women who chose strong leaders with resources survived. Women who chose men who only provided comfort often didn't. That wiring still exists today. Even in a modern world, her subconscious runs ancient software. When a woman senses your value feels equal to or lower than hers, attraction naturally decreases. For most of history, women had to be selective. Pregnancy made them vulnerable. Children required protection and provision. Choosing the wrong man could mean disaster. That created a powerful instinct to seek strength, stability, and leadership. Those instincts are active right now in every interaction. When you act needy, overly agreeable, or desperate for approval, you send signals that once meant weakness. Her subconscious notices immediately. And attraction drops. Dating works like a marketplace. Everyone carries value based on appearance, confidence, personality, direction, and presence. But men misunderstand where value really comes from. They think it's money, muscles, or status. Those things help, but they aren't the core. Your real value shows in how you carry yourself, how you handle pressure, and how much you depend on her approval. I once knew a successful professional, high income, fit body, nice lifestyle. He flooded women with compliments, took them to expensive places, and made himself available at any hour. They lost interest quickly. Then there was a bartender with a small apartment and modest income. He had calm confidence. He kept dates simple. He teased playfully. He didn't panic when someone took time to reply. Women pursued him. The difference wasn't money. It was mindset. One man acted like he had options. The other acted like he was afraid to lose. Women constantly read your behavior for clues about your value. They watch how you respond to challenges, how you handle rejection, how you move socially. These signals matter more than your bank balance. Here's something important. The less certain a woman feels about your interest, the more mental energy she spends thinking about you. That's basic psychology. People value what feels uncertain. They ignore what feels guaranteed. When you reveal everything too fast, text nonstop, and make your admiration obvious, you remove mystery. She no longer has to work for your attention. You give it away freely. But when you maintain uncertainty, something powerful starts. Her mind becomes engaged. She wonders where you are. She thinks about what you're doing. She questions how much you care. That mental investment is the foundation of attraction. Your attention is currency. And like any currency, its value depends on scarcity. Give it endlessly and it loses worth. Make it earned and it becomes powerful. Most men burn themselves out emotionally in the first week. Non-stop compliments, constant reassurance, always available. Women don't need you to announce your investment. They see it in how fast you reply, how quickly you rearrange your plans, how eager you become. Women want to feel special, but they want to earn it. When you give it without effort, it loses meaning. I had a friend who dated a model. She was used to hearing praise about her looks all day. He didn't focus on that. He complimented her intelligence when she said something smart. He acknowledged her humor when she made him laugh. His approval wasn't automatic. She had to earn it. And because of that, it mattered more than anything other men gave her. Predictability kills attraction. When she knows exactly how you'll respond, when your schedule becomes obvious, when you become an open book, interest fades. This is why many relationships start intense and slowly fall into routine. The man becomes predictable. Same messages, same reactions, same patterns. Her subconscious decides she's figured you out. She stops investing mentally. And when mental investment disappears, attraction follows. Women aren't drawn to men who treat them badly. They're drawn to men who are grounded, emotionally steady, and slightly unpredictable. Now understand this. Women test emotional strength. Not intelligence. Not logic. Emotional independence. When she acts distant, mentions another man, or seems unimpressed, she's checking how much you need her. If you chase approval, you fail. You show her you care more than she does. And once that happens, the balance shifts. Attraction drops. She talks about another guy. Weak response, jealousy or competition. Strong response, calm neutrality. She cancels plans. Weak response, frustration and instant rescheduling. Strong response, relaxed acceptance. She becomes cold. Weak response, trying to fix her mood. Strong response, staying centered and letting her adjust. This isn't manipulation. It's self-respect. When you remain calm, you communicate value. When she senses low value, her body reacts automatically. Interest fades, irritation grows, desire weakens. Not because she dislikes you, because her instincts no longer feel safe investing in you. This is why intimacy fades in many relationships. Her subconscious decided your strength dropped. Here's the good news. You can change this by changing behavior. When a woman becomes unsure of your level of interest, something interesting happens. She becomes more engaged. She starts initiating. She becomes more affectionate. She reaches out first. She tells you she misses you. Why? Because her instincts sense value. And she doesn't want to lose it. External success helps. But it isn't enough. You can be attractive, wealthy, and accomplished. If you act needy, attraction still dies. I've seen rich men lose women to average guys Because those average guys understood emotional dynamics. Attraction doesn't live in your wallet. It lives in the tension you create. Women don't truly care about resources. They care about how you make them feel. Behavior determines your rank. Here's the paradox. Women often choose men who give less over men who give more. Not because they enjoy suffering. Because emotional distance signals value. A man who doesn't revolve around her shows confidence. A man who constantly seeks approval shows insecurity. Fear of loss communicates weakness. And weakness repels attraction. The strongest trait a man can have is abundance mindset. Not needing one specific woman to feel complete. This doesn't mean dating many women. It means emotional independence. When you develop this mindset, everything changes. You stop chasing. You stop overinvesting. You stop sacrificing dignity. You treat her well because you choose to, not because you're afraid. There's a rule in relationships. Whoever invests more emotionally holds less power. Let her invest first. Then match. Don't always be the one reaching out, planning, or compromising. Love and attraction are different. Love is care and loyalty. Attraction is challenge and uncertainty. Most men offer love and forget attraction. Without attraction, love cannot sustain passion. Strong relationships need both. Warmth and edge. Care and confidence. Final truth. Stop trying to convince her. Become the man she feels lucky to be with. This awareness doesn't make you manipulative. It makes you conscious. This message exists because too many good men give everything and end up abandoned. They weren't weak. They moved too fast. They removed mystery. They tried too hard. You deserve honesty. You deserve relationships built on real desire, not obligation. Learn the rules. Live them with integrity. Build connections from strength, not need. You deserve a woman who genuinely wants you, not one who simply feels safe around you. Use these principles wisely.